a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Man open. It's Moss, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It's taken to the 26. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Grossman. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And this is going to be intercepted. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Throwing after the interception. Grossman looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Looking to throw. Grossman. Throw left side complete. That's Clark. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw. Grossman. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. the Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And now here's a deep, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster. and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
When you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On play action, they'll throw. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
They'll give this up the middle to Portis. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. An inside give. Here's Portis. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. Touchdown, Washington. From 3 yards out. And the Commanders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 115 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. First down, Grossman to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The end result, 21 yards. Looking to throw. Grossman dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw now in his own end zone. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And they work this out past the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the give, here's Portis. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Off the play fake, Grossman. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football, we're not seeing it right now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Able to complete to Moss. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They hand it off to Portis. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. A run with Portis. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now a carry for Portis. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Portis. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head?
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all.